Hello there, and welcome to the Meet and Connect with the God meditation. My name is Mandy C, and I'm going to be taking you on this sacred journey to meet the divine, unique expression of masculinity within the universe. I want you to sit or lie comfortably. You're going to need some time to yourself where you won't be disturbed. If thoughts of your busy day come into your head during this meditation, simply acknowledge them and pop them to the side in a pile that you can come back to later. Ideally, if you have headphones, listen to the meditation with them. Once you find yourself in a comfortable position, I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Inhaling and feeling the air slide down your throat, expanding in your stomach, and exhaling, feeling the air leaving your lungs and slipping out through your mouth. Focusing on your breath and allowing the day and the memories of the day to slip away from you as your hands and your feet become heavy and your body sinks into the ground beneath. Focusing on your breath and this special time put aside for yourself. I want you to visualize yourself in a forest, lush and green. The trees tall, the canopy creating shadows on the ground beneath your feet. The wind gently blowing, rustling the leaves. The birds singing sweetly in the distance. And nature all around you, enveloping you in its spirit, keeping you safe and warm, making you feel welcome and wanted. As you walk through the forest, taking in all the beautiful sights around you, you see small animals and insects dancing and playing freely. You don't disturb them, just observe them and acknowledge how happy the wildness and freedom makes them. You come to a clearing in the trees and you walk inside, and you're taken aback by the rays of sunshine peeking through the canopy of the trees, shining down onto a large rock, large enough for you to sit on. The grass, tall and strong, all around the base of it. Trees you recognize, all around it. Ivy creeping along the ground. And as you walk closer, you hear a gentle music, very soft at first, growing louder as you approach. The instrument the music is played on is unknown to you. It's a sound that you've never heard before, but it's beautiful and it's enticing. And as you hear it, you begin to feel the music within your body, wanting to move your hips and sway as the music fills you, fills your heart, fills your stomach, fills your lungs and your head. And you allow yourself to fall into it and feel it take over you, running through your veins like blood itself, the music of nature. As you dance, you turn, and the trees around you become slow blur. You're too happy to take in all of the nature and beauty around you, to be present in this glorious moment, truly feeling the magic and significance of the day and of Mother Earth. The music stops and you turn to see a man sat comfortably upon the rock. He wasn't there a moment ago, but now he sat proudly as if he's been there the whole time, watching you dance. And he smiles at you knowingly, knowing you're dancing not just for yourself, but also for him. And somewhere deep down inside, you know that too. You stand still, taking him in, observing his shape and brawny body. The strapping man before you is unlike any you've ever seen before, and yet seems so familiar as well. He's strong and he's able, and he fits into all the roles that a man can possess. As you watch him, his gracious, magnificent, and dignified body before you, you can't help feeling in awe of all that he is. He's never spoken a word to you, and yet you know so much about him already. A red-blooded, powerful man who's sensitive and emotional, mighty and commanding, and dominant and lust-filled. He's potent and influential and forceful and noble. His very presence commands nature in the most attentive and courageous, considerate way. You're drawn to him like you've never been drawn to a man in your life. You want to speak, but you feel like your words have lost you. And so you stand, almost begging silently under your breath for him to speak to you, to break the silence. But there is no tension, because even though this man is a stranger to you, you feel like you know him so well. you find yourself attracted to the way that he looks in so many different ways. He makes you feel safe, like a child who's with their father. He makes you feel desired, like a partner with their spouse. He makes you feel appreciated, like you're with a loving friend. You find him so enticing, and you just want more. Frozen to the spot where you stand, you find yourself so grateful and finally releasing a deep breath of relief when he stands and begins to walk towards you. He towers over you and looks down at you beneath him. You feel you are at his complete mercy, and yet you don't feel scared or threatened at all. You feel safe, you feel understood, and you feel valued. He holds out his strong hand and takes your hand in it and calls you to the rock where he asks you to sit. As you do, you look up at him and look deep into his glistening eyes. The color is quite unlike any other. You know him instantly, and though you wish to ask his name, you just can't find the words. But he knows you want his name. He knows the power it will hold for you. And so with his eyes, like the stars of the night sky, he tells you, the name is in your mind right now. And he smiles at you, knowing you understand, knowing you know who he is, that you, of all people, have been blessed to meet and make a connection with the sacred divine masculine of the universe. He sits beside you on the rock, and with a simple gesture, he asks you to watch as he shows you the nature all around. You thought you'd observed before, but now you realize there is so much more to see. With the help of the God, you can see the life and essence in every blade of grass, in every atom and particle in the air, every insect that crawls over the trees, and every animal that scurries beneath the ground. You hear and you feel them all. They are part of you, and you are part of them. The commanding energy, the considerate and attentive influential dominance becomes a part of you. You see, the energy of the God is flowing into you, and your energy is flowing into the God. You are one, you are connected, and his essence, like a waterfall, pours into the lake of you. And though it's diluted with your own spirituality. You feel yourself filling up with the ripples of masculinity. You know him in that moment. You know the name he wishes you to call him by. And you know how it feels to truly connect with the sacred divine masculinity of the universe. And now you have connected. You understand that you too are a unique expression of sacred divine masculinity, for he exists within you, in your heart, in your mind, and in your body. He has always been there, and he always will be. A perfect balance with the femininity of the universe that exists deep inside of you as well. He is every lover you have ever known, and every friend you have ever had. He is the father, the teacher and authority figure. And he is every child and innocent you have ever cared for. He is masculinity in all forms. And you know him. On every level, you know him. Sit with him now for a few more moments, silently, allowing yourself to simply absorb the feeling of being in his presence. Absorb his strength and his abilities. Absorb his lust and his innocence. Absorb his potency and his forcefulness. And absorb his fearlessness and glory. And when you are ready, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, and open your eyes. Come back to your day. Come back to your mundane surroundings. And when you feel ready to move, I advise that you write down your experiences so that you don't forget them. Whenever you wish to connect and see the God again, use this meditation as often as you like and experience what it's like to be in the presence of true masculinity within all its forms, in and outside of yourself.